John.
Thanks a lot, Karine. I wanted to ask you about the Vice President and the difficult position that she's in the sense that she's running for President and she is currently Vice President. And it's difficult, we've seen in interview after interview, for her to separate herself in terms of public positions from President Biden. Does she have a green light that if she wanted to express a differing point of view than the administration on any topic, foreign or domestic, she could do so, or is she required to be a loyal vice president to President Biden?
I disagree. I mean, the interviews that I have seen, you've seen a incredibly strong, very clear-eyed vice president and how she sees this country moving forward, and saying that she has been indeed a partner with this president and in these successes that we have seen from this administration. And I would also note, now this is to the rest of your question, just last week in Philadelphia, the president spoke to you, asking about loyalty, about her cutting her own path. He talked about that. He talked about how, every president has to cut their own path. He talked about how he was loyal to Barack Obama, but then as a president, he was able to cut his own path forward. And so that's what Kamala's going to do. This is in his own words, what he wants to see the vice president do. And he sees her as being someone who has been loyal, just like he was loyal to Barack Obama, but she is going to certainly cut her own path. And so that's what we're seeing from this vice president. And he's very proud to have seen her move forward in her campaign. And I think what you're seeing is a strong leader, someone who he understood and knew that she would be able to lead on day one.
You say you disagree with the premise of my question.
Yeah, well,
can
not
I
the
just ask you
premise
something
of the
about
question,
that?
but
May I
you saying
ask
that.
you something about
well,
that?
no, you just said that I disagree with you.
But I
I'm
just
clear.
want to
Yep,
clarify.
Go ahead.
Thank you, Karine.
Yeah.
Can you think of any issue, foreign policy or domestic policy, in which the vice president has a differing point of view than the president? Any daylight between them?
Hold on. Here's what I will say. I will say that they've been critical partners, as I've said many times, and it is true. You've heard that from both of them. And they're partners in the way that this administration has moved forward on many issues, and the issues that they've had to really answer to the American people, because that's what they both care about, is making sure that we deliver for the American people. The question as I heard it, not this one, not this second go around, the first go around, the way that you asked the question was, she has been having a difficulty, if you will, in answering that question. And I have said to you, and I was saying to you, I have not seen that. I've seen a vice president who is running for president, obviously, who has showed strength, leadership, and that's what this president has seen as well. He has said this, and cares about the American people. That's what we have seen. That's what many of the American people want to see. They want to see a fighter, and that's who she is.